So you don't have access to an employee sponsored 401k or a health savings plan. Does this mean that you can't invest your money, especially if you're trying to catch up for retirement? Guys, let me know down in the comments below. Where do you invest your money if you don't have a 401k or you don't have access to a health savings plan? Let me know where you're putting your money to help it grow, so that way when you get older, you'll have something that you can rely on. Hey guys, my name is Susan Velez, and on this channel, we talk about making money, saving money, investing money, and taking care of our health so that we can catch up for retirement, especially if you're late to saving for retirement. Now, when we talk about saving for retirement and catching up for retirement, we all think about the employee-sponsored 401k because we take it for granted that everybody in the United States has access to one. But the truth is that according to statistics, guys, half of Americans lack access to a retirement plan, with the worst states being Florida and Iowa, guys. So if you live in those states, there's a pretty good chance that you don't have access to a 401k, an employee-sponsored 401k, or you may not even have access to a health savings plan, guys. Now, even if you don't live in those states, guys, you still might not have access to an employee-sponsored 401k, depending on the type of job that you have. Now, if you're a high income earner and you have a good career, chances are you do have access to an employee sponsored 401k. Most of the people that don't have access to a 401k is the fact if somebody is working a low income job, a part-time job, or for a small business. Those are the people that probably don't have access to an employee sponsored 401k. So if that's you guys, does this mean that you cannot invest your money, that you have to just live paycheck to paycheck for the rest of your life and worry about the fact that you might not ever be able to retire? Guys, I'm going to share with you guys where we put our money every month on a consistent basis, where we dollar cost average in order to be able to save and catch up for retirement, because we do not have access to an employee sponsored 401k. So I want to share with you guys where we're putting our money to help it grow while we're younger, so that way eventually when we get older, we'll have something that we can rely on instead of just hoping that we can live completely off of Social Security. So guys, I am not a financial advisor. I am nothing. I am just like you guys. I'm an individual retail investor that just invests every month on a regular basis with the hopes of being able to catch up for retirement, so that way I'll have some type of nest egg when I do get older. So don't take my word blindly for it, guys. Make sure you do your due diligence, understand what vehicles are available for you, so that way you can start investing and grow your nest egg, especially if you're late to saving for retirement like me. So the first place that we put our money, guys, is a Roth IRA, which is also known as an individual retirement account. Now, you can do either a Roth or a traditional. We chose a Roth. And what we do is every year since 2019, we've been maxing it out every year with catch-up contributions included. So if you are older, guys, the IRS does allow you to make catch-up contributions, meaning that you'll be able to make $1,000 more contribution than somebody who has not reached the catch-up contribution age. So the great thing is that if you have a taxable income right now, you work a job, you will be allowed, or you can open up a individual retirement account at any brokerage account that you choose to open up a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA. So that said, there are income limits for people who can contribute to a Roth IRA. Now, even if you do earn a lot of income, guys, you can still contribute to a Roth IRA. You would just have to use a backdoor Roth IRA method to be able to contribute to a Roth IRA. Now, I'm not going to go into how to do a backdoor Roth because I've never had to do this. I don't earn a high income, so I don't have to worry about not meeting the income requirements. That said, there are a lot of YouTube videos online that will walk you through on how to do a backdoor Roth IRA. And I've watched a couple of videos just to kind of get an idea of how it was. And it's very simple. So it's not hard. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. So if that's you guys and you are thinking that you cannot invest in an individual retirement account with a Roth because you earn too much, then make sure you do your due diligence. Find out about the backdoor Roth IRA. That way you can start contributing to a Roth IRA. Now, that said, if you do have an employer-sponsored 401k and you do earn a lot of money, or you're still not able to, or you're still trying to catch up for retirement and you still want to invest more and grow your nest egg even further, you can still do a Roth IRA or an individual retirement account while contributing to an employee sponsored 401k plan. You can do both in the same year. You just have to make sure that you don't over contribute to your Roth IRA. So if you are investing in a Roth IRA, most brokerage accounts will tell you how much you can invest and how much you have left to invest in a that year's Roth. So you don't have to worry about over contributing or under contributing. If you're with a brokerage account that does not tell you how much you've invested and how much you have left, the best thing to do is to create a spreadsheet. And every time you make a deposit into your Roth IRA, you want to jot down how much you've invested. That way you can keep track, because you don't want to go over or over invest, because you will get penalized. And I don't know what the penalty is, but I have heard that it's very steep. So you want to make sure that you maintain a good record of how much you've contributed for that particular year. And the great thing is that pretty much every year, at least I know since I've been contributing to a Roth IRA, the income that you can contribute to a Roth IRA does go up every year. So you'll want to make sure to see how much you can contribute, especially if you're trying to catch up for retirement. So that's the first place that we put our money to grow. And the reason that we put our money there first and try to max out our Roth IRA every year is because that income grows tax free. So you are taxed on the front end. If you have a Roth IRA, you're taxed on the front end. But when you pull the money out, when you turn 59 and a half or later, whenever you pull the money out, you can't pull it out until you are 59 and a half. That is the law, but you can pull it out anytime after that. And once you pull it out, guys, that income is tax free. You don't have to worry about it because you've already paid taxes on that income. And then the second place that we put our money, since we don't have access to a health savings plan or a employee sponsored 401k, is we put our money in a taxable brokerage account. Now, I know a lot of people don't like putting money in a taxable brokerage account because you are taxed on the capital gains and then the dividends or whatever type of investments that you have. They do not grow tax free, unlike the tax sheltered accounts. However, if you don't have an employer sponsored 401k or access to a health savings plan, you don't really have a lot of options. Your only options are the individual retirement account and the taxable brokerage account. And guys, I think that even if you do have access to an employee sponsored 401k plan and a Roth IRA, if you don't have access to a health savings plan account, I do think that you should still have a taxable brokerage account, because a taxable brokerage account, unlike the 401k or the Roth IRA, guys, or even the health savings plan, they all have limits on the amounts that you can contribute, the limits on how you can pull money out, whether age limit or like a health savings plan, you can only pull your funds based on medical, something that falls into the medical category. So with a taxable brokerage account, guys, there's no limits to the amount of money that you can contribute. There's no age limits. You can pretty much do anything that you want with a taxable brokerage account. So that's why I think it's so important to invest in a taxable brokerage account, especially if you don't plan to work until you can reach retirement age, guys. Because if you don't want to work until you reach the Social Security age and you want to have some type of income to bridge that gap between your Social Security until you reach Social Security age, then in my opinion, a brokerage account is one of the best ways to do that. And guys, like I said, it doesn't have as many limitations as the other vehicles. Yes, you will get taxed on that income, like I said, but that's the reason that you have to do your due diligence and find out which types of investments you should be putting into a taxable brokerage account, and make sure that you're not putting the wrong type of investments in a taxable brokerage account, because some investments will be taxed a lot differently than other investments that are allowed or will reduce your tax liabilities. So anyway, guys, those are the two places that we're putting our money to be able to catch up for retirement. Just because you don't have access to a employee 401k or a health savings plan does not mean that you cannot be investing. But nobody is going to tell you where to put your money, guys. You have to do your due diligence. If you don't do your due diligence and you just assume that because you don't have an employee sponsored 401k, you cannot invest, that's not true. But like I said, guys, we are not taught this when we are young. It's up to you to be able to self-educate yourself and understand where to put your money. So anyway, guys, like I said, Let me know down in the comments below where you're investing your money to be able to catch up for retirement, especially if you don't have access to an employee-sponsored 401k or a health savings plan. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Click on that subscribe button so that you can be notified whenever I put out a new video. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.